Like you tell me to slow it down, but I'm kind of getting used to it now and everything. How's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday and welcome to Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Hope everybody's being safe out there. Got a great show planned for you tonight. Tonight we'll be discussing thinking outside the box. Thinking outside the box. I thought a lot about this show, and especially with a lot of stuff that's going on in society and the world right now. So I think it's really needed for me to get my insight on the subject matter and everything. So again, tonight we'll be discussing thinking outside the box. Before we get started, hey, what's going on? Got somebody checking in. Sunshine, Coast Cons. Appreciate you tuning in. First, we want to get started. I want to say what's up to my awesome producers, DJ Lab and Slick 316.
What's going on, bro?
And hey, man, living the life.
Another Thursday.
Another Thursday, man.
Another Thursday.
Man, I'm in an outstanding mood today. We always, we rehash the previous week. We're still in the pandemic. The city of Atlanta went back to phase 1. And, my dumb ass, I be trying to figure out, well, damn, what that mean was closed? So, because nothing been back together,
open. Yeah.
But what is phase 1? And phase 1 is, I guess the restaurants are closed. You just do the takeouts.
Oh, they going back to
that.
that.
You can't do the dine-ins.
Oh, okay.
You can just do the takeouts and everything like that. Now, who's all went back to that, I don't know, and everything and stuff. But, yeah, I seen it went back to phase 1 and everything. So, at the end of the day, the governor is like, back and forth, the city of Atlanta mayor and the governor back and forth with the mandatory mask things. But I don't see the problem in putting a mandate on safety. And I think several of the cities in the state of Georgia, being Augusta and Macon, they had jumped on board with that also with the mask and stuff and everything.
And the governor said, y'all can't, my rule overrules y'all rule. But Walmart said, we have more money than you, governor, and starting Monday, everybody that come in Walmart got to wear a mask, period. Or they can't come in.
Well, the governor has power. Mm-hmm. Walmart has authority.
Right.
So the governor doesn't employ anybody.
Right.
But Walmart does.
Right.
And like I said, again, Walmart has authority.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing about it. And authority goes a whole lot further than power and everything. But please, everybody, be safe out there. A lot of school systems. I know Clayton was one of them. I think Fulton came in, APS, and a few more. They're going totally virtual this school year. That's going to be kind of unique. So a lot of you parents got to find a daycare. And, I don't know how many. I don't know how the hell they going to go. That's just going to be something just totally, I don't know. Because, most of y'all didn't want to help your kids read anyway. So now you got to figure out, you want to do homework, but now you got to figure out what the hell we're going to do during the day.
Y'all all going to be learning together.
Man. Just hit me. This is a free pooch nugget to everybody in relation to the night show, Thinking Outside the Box. I think a good business idea, I just have no interest in doing it, would be to have some kind of hubs similar to daycares where kids can kind of sit and view the schoolwork, sit down and log into their school system. Because I think the school's going to you have to log into the virtual class. The issue going to come up, who's going to watch my child during the day? What? Well, most of the school system got grants to do it, but it goes back to that point of somebody creating that virtual hub house or hub station where you can sit there and your child can, even with a fee, rent out, just if they have a laptop or a desktop.
Right.
But they sit there during the day. It can kind of be like kind of a quasi daycare and everything. So listen, it's just a poochie nugget. I ain't gonna charge you for it and everything. But that's just going in. Like I said, that's going into tonight's show. We're just thinking outside the box. Seeing the impossible being possible. Next thing I've been a youth football coach for almost 20 years. Most of the park and recs systems are saying that they're counseling football, fall baseball, and soccer for this fall and everything. You still got some guys out here still trying to do damn tournaments. Got little kids coming up positive, and I just, Lord have mercy, that's another story. But
it's another
yeah, story exactly. Also, we're going to be ending the free advice sessions. Have some people been taking advantage of it so far this week, but I've been giving for the past 4 months free business advice. I've been a business consultant and business on over 20 years, and since the pandemic started, I was giving out free 10-minute sessions for people to book and take advantage of, and not too many people have done it. But like I said again, not too many, not in relation for it to be free. and everything. But that's gonna come to the end this month. So everybody heads up with that and everything. And the most important thing, guys, tax season is officially over. Yesterday was July 15th. We ended tax season. And I had another phenomenal year, my 19th tax season. It went great and fantastic. Want to thank everybody for all the love and support you guys gave us and everything. We exceeded all goals and expectations. I'm probably one of the few people, I was just telling Lab a little while ago, that COVID probably helped my business because we had always offered virtual, remote, and pickup services, and nobody really wanted it. Because you tell them, hey, we do virtual service, and they be like, what that is? And oh, hell no. I ain't talking to the phone. I'd rather sit down in front of you. So when we had to do it, the team at Majestic Business Services, we was able to just swing it out, deliver it to people. There was no learning curve. We went on Zoom, getting cut off and logged off. Just a seamless process. And, hey, listen, and the rest is history. So, but, from the bottom of my heart, I really want to tell everyone thank you that continue to keep coming to us every year. All you people that, decided to come to us that were new customers, even you people that, hey, just want to book a consulting appointments and doing it, I just want to tell you again from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate all the support that you guys give us and everything like that. I have a very, very big passion about business, being my own, helping people start their own business and stuff. And anybody knows me, I work hard, and especially for my own business. And this tax season right here took a lot out of me in a good way, but I was exhausted. I slept almost maybe 15 hours a day.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I'm in a good mood for this show right now, dog.
Got a little rest on.
Oh, man, boy, I was hurting. I felt like Jesus carrying the cross, boy. Woo! Woo, rough.
I'm not 25 no more.
Oh, man, I'm talking about I have been on a straight, dark coffee diet for the past 2 weeks.
Right.
Even last show, man, I was a little dragging, man. But I'm good to go now. I'm good to go, I had got a little nap, looked at the bank account, and whoo, so we good.
Everything's fine.
Hey, man, hey, you can look at that bank account and say, okay, it's payday, it's all right. Wake you up real quick. But again, I really want to thank everybody. I appreciate you guys, and even, everyone that came to us with the extensions that we still got to knock out. We got a boatload of stuff we still got to do that ain't done. So I mean, we'll get you covered, but everybody knows I'm shut down to next week and everything.
You're on hiatus.
Yeah, I'm on hiatus. So you call, I pick up the phone. It's not personal.
Right.
It's just reality. We chilling for a couple of days. But again, thanks a lot. I really do mean that. Again, it's Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Please go to the YouTube channel, Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden, and also the Facebook page. We got, I don't know if it's 200 videos where we talk about personal development, motivation. We got some finance and business stuff going on and everything like that. There's a lot of great information going there to help you, especially from a personal development standpoint, how to, how to manage your time, how to, negotiate certain deals, how to be the best you possible. Just basic stuff that, just help you from a individual standpoint, growing, continue to grow once you get to a certain point, and at different levels, from the idea of being great to the process of being great. And then once you achieve greatness, you still get more ideas on how to make yourself, a much better person. And also go to Mr. Short Dollar. That's where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. Again, thanks to Slick 316. She's helped that Facebook page grow tremendously. The YouTube channel, we almost at 1,000 subscribers already. How do I stay organized with all these clients? I got a message from Sunshine Customs in regards to asking, how do you stay organized with all your clients? I tell you what, if you can, go to my YouTube, the YouTube channel, Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden, and the links are the videos. Book an appointment. Book one of those free advice appointments. You can also go to my business page, Majestic Business Services. I'll give you those information shortly. But just book one of the free appointments. We're still doing the free appointments through the end of this month. Book that appointment. I'll be able to go through it because that's not a question I can give you like right off, in 5 or 10 seconds and go how to stay organized with all your clients, because that's a person-to-person, a business-to-business question. But again, going back to Mr. Short Dollar, we had I think 990. We almost had 1,000 subscribers. That's the main milestone when you get to YouTube.
Oh, Mr. Short Dollar?
Mr. Short Dollar.
Really?
Yeah, and this is strictly organic, and I'm just grinding and grinding because I made a conscious effort to be delivering at least one video a day. A day. That's what my goal, because I look at similar financial channels that are growing or where I want to be at. That's the kind of, they're putting out 2 or 3. Now it's kind of hard for me to do that in tax season.
Yeah.
But they're actually dropping that kind of stuff, and that's what kind of volume I need to be making to have that kind of growth. And 1,000 subscribers is the milestone with YouTube, because once you get 1,000 subscribers, people know you can start monetizing and get paid. So keep going. So guys, go to Mr. Short Dollar. Again, we talk about personal finance, business, and entrepreneurship. Subscribe to the channel. Got a lot of great information on that channel too, on the YouTube channel also. And also make sure you go to the Facebook page to stay abreast with everything also. Tonight's show, again, we're talking about thinking outside the box, making the impossible be possible. Here's the thing, man. And I really thought about this subject a lot, because we're at a point right now that I think everybody is constantly changing and evolving to the times. Things have been, the rug been swiped up from so many people in regards to their normal day-to-day actions. And right now, people just trying to search and find a way of how to do certain things. And I see, especially with everybody getting all these government loans and everything, and all the, I'm in tons of different Facebook entrepreneur groups, black business groups and everything. And one of the main questions people asking, I got this money. Now, even though you're supposed to have a business to get this money, that's another story. But I got this money, and I'm trying to think of a business to start.
Right.
And people just reeling off stuff. The issue that comes up with that is you got a lot of people giving advice on stuff they probably never done, or they're doing it at a certain level that's, it's still in that kind of, it's a business because you got a business license, but it's damn near still at the hobby stage. And what I want to, create with this particular show is, don't let the past normals or the way you kind of seen the world kind of handcuff you or keep you locked down thinking these are the things I could do. We talk about, even with the black community, typical businesses, barbershop, beauty salon, detail shop, restaurant. I'm forgetting one more. That customer that we own.
You say hair salon, barbershop, detail shop,
beauty salon,
shop.
lawn care. Yeah, lawn care and everything. Yeah, that's it.
Soul food restaurant.
Whatever I said, restaurants. We got that. You might see somebody with their little, they grill. They'll drop it in somebody's gas station parking lot or
for some reason, internet radio stations.
Yeah. It's a lot of them. I think those still on that hobby lot. But I'm talking about legitimately doing. Right. Oh, I forgot the other mammoth. T-shirts.
Yeah, T-shirts.
T-shirts. But I'm not knocking any particular business, because you're talking to a salon owner. Hell, I sell T-shirts. The thing of it is that people aren't really thinking outside of the box. When I say thinking outside of the box, we're talking about not necessarily being stuck in the traditional ways of making money, and just saying like, damn, I ain't think you can make money doing that. And I thought about over my life, where we do a lot of business consulting, business development, and I've met some people making money in some very unique ways over the years. And it's kind of stuck with me. Especially I met some brother. I remember one time meeting a brother. He was a former, this is probably about over 15 years ago. He was a tech grad. So he had a lot of white friends. And he started his own valet company. Okay. This is before valets spiked it in Atlanta. But he was actually working at country clubs. And the country clubs were paying him $2,000. He had 5 country clubs. They were paying him $2,000 a month. He was paying one guy to be a manager over it. He paid maybe, I think, probably $200 or $300 a month for liability insurance. And all the kids that worked between those different country clubs were tech grads or tech students. Okay. But they worked strictly for tips. So this brother was clearing out. I'm thinking, he was telling me around about anywhere from $2,500 a month sometimes, or $1,500 to $2,500 a month between them locations. Right. And he had 5 country clubs. Right. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I'm in here trying to do this damn algebra problem. And something that simplistic, he was making that kind of money on. Right. And people are doing that everywhere. And sometimes we are our own worst enemies, depending on what kind of thinker you are or how your mind operates. And, that can be you being courageous, you being scary, fearful and everything. And those aren't negative terms. We're just being aware of ourselves. That dictates a lot on how your perspectives on the world and how you're going to do certain things and stuff. And I just really want to be able to share some information with everybody tonight because I think that's going to hurt a lot of folks.
Okay.
Because what happens is everybody's trying to do the same things, and we've created these saturated markets where people are actually putting themselves in a bad position and not really realizing the talents each one of us got. I always tell people you got $1 million between your ears because I always have these different life experiences that we never try to monetize or take advantage of, right? So I really want to push that tonight, just thinking outside the box, not just sitting there looking at, okay, that can't happen and everything. And, just a couple examples. I'm just thinking outside the box. I remember maybe 4 or 5 years ago, probably longer than that, I come outside, it was garbage day, and I see the dumpster coming down, and I'm looking, where the crews, the 2 guys jumping off the back, got this big mechanical arm grabbing
and
dumping it, grabbing and dumping it. So, me being Mr. Nerd I am, weigh the garbage can. What's happening, man? And everything. We always give each other a wave.
Right.
May put a $5-10 in on the garbage can Christmas time and stuff. What's up, D? I said, man, let me holler at you. We talk. I said, and it's like, there's like more work or anything like that with the arm and stuff. He said, no, D, it's take me 2 hours to get to the neighborhood. I get out here in 30 minutes now. That hit my head then because now, what did they do? They made a one-time capital investment on this new piece of equipment, properly expensive, but you got rid of what? Medical insurance, wages, piss breaks, migraines, all kind of stuff.
Days off.
Complaints, everything. And you're able to do it. Plus, you're able to do it what? More efficient, more faster, and you're able to, and that allows you to do what? Get more contracts. Thinking outside the box. That hit me then because I never even thought that. I just thought there was probably more hindrance stopping and grabbing. He said, "No, man, we can do more faster." You guys remember like years ago, you go to the airport, let's say in the 90s, and you have to wait all those long lines to get checked in and stuff like that. And when they came, what was that, maybe like early 2000s, where they had those kiosks.
Okay.
And you just go to the kiosk
and
check yourself in. And now you only got a handful of people working those little baggage claims. And somebody had to think like, man, how can I make this more efficient? How can I make this move faster and everything? We're just looking at examples of just thinking outside the box. Now, for you guys that aren't that aren't familiar with this rather, CNBC puts an annual report out each year called the top 50 disruptors. And what I mean by disruptors are companies that broke traditional barriers in terms of how they do business. And I want to share, again, that's CNBC. If you go to CNBC.com, and they listed, they listed, so you can go back for the past 10 years and look at that annual list, that top 50, they have those disrupting companies. And I just want to share a few with you guys. One being Uber and Lyft. We're talking about 2 companies that took the whole taxi cab industry out. And the only reason why I think you would catch a cab now, why? If you got cash? That's the only reason that's the only reason why.
Reason now, because they do the same. They're trying to integrate the way Uber and Lyft is. So.
Yeah, but they so far behind. It just took a whole industry out. You look at Airbnb, Pad Split. They've changed the whole way you can do hotel and lodging and everything. You can at a fraction of a cost. You can get a whole damn house with all the amenities you would at any extended stay in a nice neighborhood with all this other kind of stuff. I mean, just total everything. Everything.
We did it for 8 bedrooms.
Come on now. For crumbs and what you normally would have got it, just say if you go through maybe even a hotel, a travel agent and everything like that. Companies like DocuSign. I'm real big on DocuSign. That's an investment I was looking at years ago. It's the company, when you have to sign documents that allow you to do that. You don't have to break your neck trying to get stuff notarized and signed. You make a digital signature right then and there. That changed so much in terms of how people doing business. Just something that elementary in thought, but it just from a efficiency standpoint changed the way a lot of business can do it. Company called GoodRx, where they offer discount prescription and everything like that. That was Yeah, companies, those are prescription companies. You going to different places and you were getting those prescriptions done and they were breaking neck left and right.
Mm-hmm.
GoodRx created a platform you can get them same prescriptions done at a fraction of the cost.
Mm-hmm.
DoorDash, you getting these food deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
Grubhub and stuff like that. I mean, we're talking about thinking outside the box and everything. You ain't got to sit here and do it, man. Man, I don't feel like getting up, going to McDonald's, or we got to hit Zaxby up. Man, go to Grubhub, go to DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
Everything right there in your face. Huh? I ain't never used it.
Yeah,
I ain't never used it. I ain't never used it, because, despite belief, I haven't ate fast food in about 7 years.
Oh, okay.
So again, it used to be a rippling physique behind this years ago, but now it's just rippling. But I will say this: I've seen enough other people do it,
Right.
using it and everything like that. Again, I think it's less of a trust issue, more of a convenience issue.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to do it because again, if you want people can't get up from work, you can do that again. And a person sat there and thought, man, people don't want to keep doing this.
Mm-hmm.
People want to leave. We can make that create an intermediary for doing it. And there's people out there that actually they're sitting at home. They need some extra money. They can pick up deliveries.
Right.
What's the not Trello, is it Truva? What's the ride share where you got an extra car sitting out there, you can just park your car somewhere and you don't have to rent cars. God,
I know what
is
you're
it
talking about.
Truva, Troller? God, I apologize, I can't name it, but it's a ride share company where people can actually place their car. You got that car in your yard that you hardly ever use.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting in the park it somewhere, and people can go online. That company is being the intermediary, doing all the qualifications for you, and they rent your car.
Mm.
Come on now. Casper, you got your bed in the bag. You ain't got to go to Mattress Firm. You ain't got to go through all that 4 or 5 salesmen in your face getting on your nerve, touching your back, and all this kind of stuff. You can get a bed in the bag right there delivered to your house. I remember I bought a car from Carvana.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped it off at my front door 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Everybody just thought, man, you crazy. You don't want to, you sure you trust it? Same question. I know what I didn't trust. That little African that tried to bamboozle me years ago when I bought a car at the dealership. I didn't want to go through him. And I felt, what is it? Turo, guys, look it up. It's a rideshare company where you can actually, if you have a car, you can set your car up on Turo and people can rent it for you.
It's
hey, what's
another
going on,
one, too,
Ken?
that just came.
What's that?
Highrecard.com.
Highrecard.com.
Yeah.
It's amazing, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty much if you can think it, it's possible. That's why I say the thing with the night show we were talking about thinking outside the box, making the impossible possible. And if you can conceive the thought in your mind, it is possible. There is no we'll probably sell an instant cure for COVID, but outside, for the most part, if you can conceive the thought in your mind, and that's coming, that it can be done.
Right.
We're so far ahead from a technological innovation standpoint. Thoughts can just come to fruition so quick if you got enough courage and belief in yourself to push it.
Right.
And that's one of the biggest things. Again, this is Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Please go to the YouTube channel, Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please, guys, we're trying to get pushed up to 4,000 subscribers. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I think we may be at 35 or something like that, maybe below. The goal this month is to get at 4,000 subscribers. I'm going to need you guys' help. Help keep pushing it. Again, with Mr. Short Dollar, we're at $9.90. Go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. All the links will be on all the videos and everything like that. So please go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to them. Just like the information I'm giving here, I'm giving just as much information, sometimes a whole lot more. So make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and most important, when you subscribe, hit the bell so you get instant notifications anytime I upload a video. Try to put a video up the least 3 times a week.
Yeah, that video, putting videos up a lot it drives a lot of things, man. I watched a little guy on Instagram. He puts up he got new DJ equipment, a young kid, about 13, 14, and he puts up a video every day.
Yeah.
Or more than every day, man, a 1 minute video every day, and he's grown his following on Instagram from like he started like 400. He got 13,900 now.
13,900, and he may or may not have somebody editing and publishing, but you got to have that kind of commitment to do that.
No,
You know,
not nobody editing and publishing. He just got
straight on the phone. We're doing it.
He mixing a little bit for a minute, but it's nothing but videos. His whole page 1 minute videos, probably 500 1 minute videos he did in the last 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Straight commitment. Straight commitment. Hey man, gotta want it, baby. But I definitely want it. Tax season had me a little hindered and everything, so we're gonna be pushing a lot more information and going out. As I mentioned last week, we got the courses and stuff coming out. Had some good meetings and conversations this week. Got some great stuff planned for you guys and stuff like that. You will see the landing pages and everything. I mean, the offers and landing pages coming out next week. I've been working hard on it, guys, so just be on tune for that. I'm surprised with everything. And right then, I just gave some examples of disruptors and people and businesses and people thinking outside the box and everything. So again, make sure you go check out that CNBC list of top 50 disruptors. It'll give you a lot of insight to companies. You're like, man, I forgot about that. You know, you get to thinking like, man, that was just really people just being, you know, a different way of thinking and in terms of looking how things can be done. You know, with before we go into depth in terms of just being, you know, thinking outside the box, just want to kind of give a brief summary on the different way people think. And I think the reason why I want to give this information more so because I think once you're aware of the kind of thinker that you are, the way you kind of process certain things, you don't necessarily have to change the way you ought to be, you know, always be this a certain way as far as thinking or processing, but the awareness of yourself can kind of be like, okay, this may be what hindering me or stopping me or maybe what I need to work on to kind of hit my more designing side, open-minded side and everything like that. And so that's why I want to kind of, you know, give a brief summary on some of the different ways of thinking. One of the first ways of thinking, as far as, you know, different types of thinkers, you have the abstract thinkers, the abstract. And those people that are kind of just like fizzled over all over the place, those people is when it's kind of like when you look at abstract art, they similarly can relate to random things, you know, put random things back together, kind of like people that are puzzle solvers. Okay. Like you can just drop everything on the table. They know exactly how to put it back together. Those abstract thinkers. Okay. These kind of folks, again, when they have like a crazy situation, a lot of military, you know, people. Even though they're actually, you know, more on that concrete line, and we'll get to concrete, they're used to looking at chaos and bringing chaos back to calm. Those are your abstract thinkers. Again, like say, you're looking at people that put puzzles together. They know how to see the big picture. Right. I see all this stuff here, and I know how to just put it together. Kind of like when you see those people, you ever see on TikTok or in YouTube, those people in the forest, they dig up some stuff in the ground. Next thing you know, they got a damn underground pool or something like that. Like, I never saw that one. You know, there's some guys, man, they in South America or something. They been done dug up some stuff, and next thing you know, how in the hell to put it together and everything. And it just, in their mind, they don't see, we see dirt right and banana leaves and everything, and all of a sudden they done did, and, you know, they kind of have the speed of the film, you know, enhanced. Uh-huh. And next thing you know, they making some little underground pool. Now, again, they got a little stick and a piece of leather over the crotch. Really? I don't know. But they actually show them scooping up the dirt. But again, these are abstract thinkers where they see all this dirt stuff, but they see, okay, you see this. Uh-huh. I see that. Okay. And they know how to bring everything in. Those are abstract thinkers. And it's probably where your boy fall in. The next one is analytical thinkers. These are people like myself. We see everything in separate parts, problem solvers, like to break stuff down, make solutions and everything. I'm probably this probably one, it's helped me the most in my life and probably hurt me the most also, because sometimes I spend a lot of time overanalyzing stuff, looking too deep in everything. But I've also been, I think, very successful because I know how to, you know, look at everything in different parts and be able to analyze how this affects that. Possibly if that doesn't work, this isn't going to happen. And if that happens, this can happen. And also the bad stuff can happen. My mind runs like that all the time. Mm-hmm. Looking at things 8 or 9 different ways, the pros, the cons, the possibilities, the things that ain't going to happen. That stuff come to me that quick. That quick, it comes to me. And that's how my brain processes. That being the next one being those analytical thinkers. The third one is probably, what the show is based off of, these creative things, people thinking outside the box. These are people that come up with ingenious solutions to life problems.
Okay.
And a lot of times these people are actually ridiculed because a lot of their ideas are against the status quo of life. These creative thinkers, they just think of stuff like, hey, let's get a rocket ship.
See, we go space.
Yeah, you know. One of the guys had the backpack that floats on water because it's shooting the water out. You ever seen those guys? They got the backpacks they're propelled up.
And they just,
those.
like walking over
Exactly. Creative thinkers and everything. So those people, because somebody had to be able to make certain things. Hey, we can talk through the phone. Those guys, like those Steve Jobs. What's the brother? Even a lot of painters and barbers, beauticians, they're creative minds. They just constantly see all kind of funky ways to put stuff. Now, again, from a solid standpoint, they may lose some things in terms of more practical ways of thinking, but just being able to just see stuff that other people can't see and not worry about being called dumb or stupid or worrying about that. Those were creative minds. And those are typically the people that are constantly thinking outside the box, trying to find, again, these ingenious ways just to take care of life's problems, okay? Another one is probably like, I'm kind of like a little mixture of this myself, concrete. And it's just people that are concrete thinkers are people that just think straight black and white. If I don't see it, it's not possible. It is what it is. They look at figures, they look at statistics. There's no ifs. Right. It is what it is.
No variables.
Exactly. Don't bring up stuff that's not there. Exactly. No variables, whatever. Those concrete thinkers. Critical thinkers are probably one up from analytical thinkers. Those people being people that kind of, I won't say a little bit more, break things up like somebody being analytical, but kind of enhance it to the point where they exercise a little bit more evaluation and judgment in order to determine, the word for accuracy of a particular thing. They kind of explore stuff to the point where they want to get more conclusions and everything. Like I said, I'm more to the point I'm kind of breaking up stuff and everything like that. But those people that are critical thinkers, they go a little more in depth with it and everything. Those are, a lot of your people that have done, case studies and everything like that. A lot of college professors are critical thinkers.
So they try to give you several conclusions to the problem, several answers to the...
Several answers and several what if possibilities.
What if?
Just on top, something on top of what already exactly.
Okay.
Exactly, and stuff like that. So, and sometimes you can get so much information there, it can scare you, confuse you, get you lost, or it get you really, what's probably the worst thing to do, especially when you're in business, just make you stagnant, where you don't do anything. You just stuck there, keep thinking and worrying about possibilities instead of just doing something. And that's been one, personally, one of my biggest problems. I've done a lot, and I'm not afraid to take chances and do things, but I probably am my own worst enemy on a lot of stuff because of that and everything.
I had that problem. I'm a critical thinker.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, if I do this, then what's this going to do if I do that? So, and before you know it, I'm like, I ain't doing nothing.
Well, but you know what, Lab? The thing about it, like I said, that's why I want to bring that up, because I think what a lot of people lose, people don't understand what kind of thinker they are. That's why I want to get that background information. Again, this is Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. Subscribe to both. Got a lot of great information. We talk about personal development, empowerment, thinking and everything. I was talking to one of my sons. Who I was talking to? PJ. And the other day, that's my second son. He's getting ready to go to college. And I shared to him what I think probably the most important thing, and it's just pooch philosophy. A parent should get a child. And I told him, I said, I think the most important thing a parent should get a child is the ability to think. Now, I said, at the end of the day, I give you the tools. You still going to have to use the tools. But the ability to sit down and try to gather information, process it, and then from when the information you process, try to make some kind of decision. Far too often in the world right now, a lot of people just don't damn think.
Right.
They're reactionary. They see it. They see, a black guy with certain clothes on. Police. Some people see the police jumping on them. he couldn't follow orders. He's not being compliant. Some people see it, the police wrong, the police crazy. And people don't think about what led to it, what's the situation. Because one can be wrong, both can be wrong, or, I can't say neither one of them wrong, somebody doing something. But regardless, not thinking about what may have caused the lead up to it. And I think because of that, and people have not put a penchant on thinking, we got a world full of reactionary people that see and do. And a lot of times, what's going on? Matter of fact, I spoke to Devil. What's up, PJ? When you have the danger, I think about seeing and reacting, is that when you take certain actions without gathering proper information, a lot of those actions can't be recovered. And you can do a lot of damage, defame somebody, fire somebody, kill somebody, and really don't know what's going on. And I really want to put a penchant on everybody to just take a time to slow down a lot and just start thinking. And unfortunately, this is not just a kid thing. You have a lot of adults right now. You know, I had a guy make a comment on one of my videos today, and he was talking about, what did he say? Something about blame the white man on everything. And I asked him, I said, did you even read it? No, I didn't read it.
Right.
We can't go no further.
Right.
We can't go no further. They don't use the typing.
Right.
And everything. And that's the thing about it. Just assume what was said or didn't say it and everything. People just thinking and moving off the cuff and everything. You know, moving emotionally without putting any thought and everything is very dangerous.
Right.
And I really want to push everybody to kind of get away from that and everything. So that's why I really wanted to post that challenge to everybody about thinking outside the box. Now, going to before we're talking about even with the show, just thinking outside the box, I want people to understand how important it is to even have that kind of creative mind with doing it. Now, you don't have to change the way you are, but what I just want to kind of put in everybody, start looking at what we said the theme of the show is, feeling that the impossible is possible. Okay? And I do think the world rewards you for being one of those people to take a chance and not necessarily be stuck with the status quo. Okay? And a lot of times, when you if you sit there and think about it, innovation, automation is probably two of the biggest driving forces of the world today.
Right.
You're looking at, all the technological advances that have came up in the past, especially the past 10 years, how they've reshaped the whole way we do the world. Your telephone, your computer, cameras, the internet. They're, why do we mail letters?
And that's the thing, the post office is actually going to start going towards just package delivery.
But I'm just saying, just think about it. Why do we mail letters?
Well,
right?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Scratch your head on that one.
We don't need to. There's no reason to mail letters, but some places require you to mail letters. So
well,
I'm not going
to. That's going to change.
Yeah.
For the simple fact, again, if I can text you or email you.
And DocuSign it, I don't need to.
Come on now. Come on now. I can take a picture of the contract, do all this other kind of stuff.
You can deposit a check now without going to the bank.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, I can go on Amazon, get a drone, drop it off right there on my porch. Come on now.
Right.
Look at what's going on with cable. Right. We can get everything going through the internet now. I can get all them same channels for a fraction of the cost through the internet. Again, we talking about thinking outside the box. And that innovation and automation, when we talk about innovation and automation, we're talking about, ways that people have thought that have brought, new changes and better changes in people's lives. Automation being things that have been created to do things a lot faster. Well, you look at, go back a couple generations, we have our great-grandma and great-grandpa were picking cotton. What do you say? They say he stole it, but Eli Whitney, I think it's the black man actually created it. But Eli Whitney took credit for it with the cotton gin.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about mass producing cotton on a whole nother level.
Right.
Again, we had to go to being sharecroppers. Then you start talking about the technological advances that came along with farming and everything. Even you look at farming now, man, it's totally different. How you even from crop innovations, things that just, if you can think it.
You could do it.
You know, now you can make this humongous pumpkin.
You can make all kinds of
Oh,
strains
man.
and all that, and you can, yeah.
It was a brother used to work with me. He was a county commissioner, and he was a farmer from down in East Georgia, and he brought some cucumbers in. Man, about big as my arm. I'm like, I ain't eating that shit. From a farm, man. You ought to try it. It's sweet. Man, it's sweet. It's big as hell. Man, it's taking the whole table. A cucumber? What the hell? I'm like, man. But I'm just saying, this is from crossbreed and all that kind of stuff, innovations and stuff. Just think about it, man. You know, when you start looking at it, even with, we were talking about earlier with the Zoom calling and everything like that. My God, man. There's so much stuff.
I mean, even thinking about Zoom, just about Zoom. Me and Slick was talking about that before. Like a few years ago, nobody knew what Zoom was, and here come coronavirus, and everybody's Zooming now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just on that whole premise.
Yeah.
Zoom set back. They say, okay, no, we can do video conferences this way, and then they became the go-to for social distancing, and then Google wanted to get in on it, but of course Zoom is the known. It's like Coke. You know what I'm saying? Like Coca-Cola.
And you know what's funny? Google actually dropped the ball on it. Why?
Yeah.
Because Google had Hangouts. They got rid of Hangouts. They seen the explosion of Zoom, and then they come back with a G Suite.
Yeah.
You know, guys, I'm a tech nerd, and so I'm sitting here looking like I don't know anything about technology, but I read all the time. But that was one of the main things I used to use was Google Hangouts, streaming to YouTube.
Right.
But they stopped it.
Right.
But now you got another company come in. Now you bringing it back.
Right.
And those just the kind of things you just say. Look, we can have group meetings. We don't have to do this anymore.
Right.
We can just have this. Why are we having this big office space?
In my company, we have a Zoom meeting once a week. I mean, just in general, we have a Zoom meeting once a week or a Skype meeting. I'm just
You can't justify paying $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 each month in office rental space when you can do the same things now through technology. You just can't. And again, one of the biggest things we're looking at thinking outside the box. To that point, businesses and people want to move faster, cheaper, and more efficiently. You know, if we can do that, if we can move more efficiently and it costs me less money, why don't I want to do it? Just look at it from how maybe 10 years ago when you order something off eBay, it may take you a week to get it, where eBay has got to the point now they're just as fast delivering as what Amazon. Just as fast.
And you think about how fast Amazon came on top of eBay. eBay was doing the same thing Amazon was doing. It's just that Amazon was more passionate about it. I mean, I was on eBay back in 2012, 2010, 2008.
Absolutely.
Ordering stuff off eBay. And it wasn't just a question of, it was basically the same thing Amazon. When I go and type in books, I find books on eBay. I type in whatever I type in, I would find on eBay. The system was just a bidding system, but it still was the same premise of go one place to find everything you need.
To that point, just even going, I ain't mean to even just jump off there. You look at that company being Amazon, where Bezos started off as a bookstore. You go by Zappos, a shoe retailer, and just keep pushing it, and acquiring these different companies. Same thing with Google, where they Alphabet now, and all those different companies that they acquired over those years. With doing that, there's who owns PayPal? Do Google own PayPal?
PayPal was owned by the guy who
Elon Musk started it, and then I know he sold it to eBay.
By somebody else now, but I think PayPal's going away.
Yeah, because eBay had bought PayPal from Musk, and I don't know if we transferred that. But again, we're talking about even just merchant online, just thinking outside the box. People and businesses want stuff faster, cheaper, more efficiently. Those are the kind of things that reward you for thinking outside the box. You know, again, so when you have those traditional ways of thinking, you have to be realistic about if I'm actually doing this the same way, going to work and making my money the same way. You have to be honest with yourself that I'm probably going to get pushed over. I'm probably going to get surpassed.
Right.
You know, and everything. If you're the guy that comes by my house, wash my car, cut my grass and stuff like that, and everything is cool. But if I actually can get a guy to come by, drop his little digital lawnmower off or whatever service, and I'm paying them $20 a month, we're probably going to go to it and everything. You know, again, man, we sitting there looking. I just told you guys, gave you the $1 million nugget, that virtual housing school. You know, you got to sit here and have your kids go to school virtually. Make a location where everybody can sit there and sit because parents, well, they can't have daycares.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't afford. I need somebody to watch my kids. I gotta go to work. And everything. All this kind of stuff just will come out of you just being not afraid of people calling you crazy.
Right.
Not being afraid of doing certain things and stuff, man. I kind of even look at when I even started my salon, I thought I was being creative then. Just trying to do certain things and doing it. That was just kind of getting out of the norm. But then when you start seeing like the whole onset of suites, and people like, man, why would you have that same traditional open floor concept? Get somebody to get their own spot
Right.
and never doing it. Now you sitting there looking like
Mm-hmm.
there is a market for people want to do that.
Yeah.
And again, you get rewarded for thinking outside the box. That doesn't mean everyone wants to do it, but when you do things that people not used to, people realize like, man, I can do this and get this done a whole lot cheaper
Yeah.
and everything. Think about what's one of the biggest things that people have right now that they didn't have probably 3 years ago that has changed a lot the way we do money. We use money.
Cash out.
Cash out. There you go. There you go. Cash at me. That's what everybody
Cash
say
out.
now. Cash at me.
Because it's just so much easier.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier. You don't got to go to the bank, go to the ATM. You don't have to do none of that. And the little fee they charge, like, the people like, I can pay that little
Hey.
dollar. You know what I mean? Because
Hey.
you think about the gas you have to pay to go to ATM, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just less of a hassle.
Took away a lot of excuses.
Right.
I gotta go get. Well, let me go. I forgot my debit card. Oh hell no! I got cash.
Come by tomorrow. I got to go by the bank.
Stripe got down with that. They got down with that one. Stripe got down with that one. They got down with that
Yeah.
one. I tell you
Yeah.
what, with that one, that was one of the ones. But again, we thinking
But that was
outside.
but they used that off the premise of PayPal. They used the same algorithm and the same dynamic that PayPal. They just went a little bit faster with it.
There you
They're
go.
Faster. You get what I'm saying?
There you go.
Whereas PayPal took, it's the same premise. It's just the name for one, that the name stands out, and for two, it's faster than PayPal. So that's what caused an issue.
If you're doing anything in life, anything that's dealing with your job, I think if you actually had those moments like, man, I wish we could do it that way. Try it.
I'm gonna give you a good example.
Talk to me.
When I was back in 2000, what was I? 2000, I want to say 2003 or 4. We was getting our real estate license.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my ex was getting our real estate license, and we would go around to these houses. They build these models and all this stuff. I said, man, why don't they rent out these models and then they can make money off the models until somebody buys a house? Or all these vacant houses that they got built and nobody's living in them. Why don't they rent out them houses for a little while and let people live in them for a weekend or a couple of days? And then I was thinking corporate then. You know how you have corporate people come down and they need a hotel or something. They got to come and do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
5 folks or whatever. They need some place to stay for a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Rent it to them for a couple of days, get a contract. We got the subdivision. We got 10 houses that's vacant.
Uh-huh.
Until they sell, you guys can use them for your corporate whatever. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Same premise as Airbnb, but it was just vacant houses in the dang on subdivision.
And it's like a slap in your face because you figure you got this idea, and I don't think about it. And we talked about that on the previous show. People think that they the way they think about everything is they got these original ideas. I ain't gonna
Right.
tell you now, but I'm gonna tell you this is my idea. Trust me, you have billions of people in this world today. A lot of people got your same damn idea,
Right.
but only a few people are going to try to bring it to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing about it. That original idea, that I don't want to share this with nobody. The person you worrying about taking your idea ain't gonna do no more than what your ass gonna do with it. Not a
Right.
damn thing. But when you have those kind of things, 'cause we talk about it a lot, the best ideas in the world, in the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
People took it to death with them, but they should have tried or do something. And again, when you have those folks that take them chances with doing it, they are rewarded accordingly. And just the point you just said, man, even just taking a step further with just being in real estate. What was that, Red Door and all these other
Uh-huh.
places? Like, you don't need a damn agent no more.
Mm-mm.
You do need it. I do think you need a person. There are things that you probably couldn't get from the website. But when we go back to what? Efficiency and quickness. I didn't want to deal. If I went to a car dealership, could I have got an explanation on a particular car much better if I dealt with a salesman? Possibly. Good chance. But I didn't want that. I just wanted to look on this car, spin around, find all the nicks. Okay, I got a trial period to double check it. That's what I want. I didn't want to do that.
Right.
I didn't even want to go in a damn dealership. I got his
Carvana.
money, went to Carvana and did it. Particularly personal with myself. I've been in tax business almost 19 years, right? We talk about, it's at what, almost 48% people doing their own taxes now?
Uh-huh.
But probably when I first started, you had a handful of people, because most people still weren't even comfortable with the internet. Now you probably got a market now, damn near half of the people are doing their own taxes. Now probably a good 30% of that half are messing up.
But they doing it.
But they doing it. That's a whole industry that has been, like I said, personally impacted. You know?
I think it probably would be more people doing it if it wasn't for, like, you know how you was talking about how the IRS can't, have their own service to do the taxes for you.
Exactly.
It's part of the deal that they have going on.
They try.
Yeah, but if IRS offered the service, like you go on IRS.com and file your taxes and be done with it, I think there would be a lot more people doing it.
Well, that's what they did when they tried with some of them Congress, them lobbyists, when they had the freetax.com, where you go to irs.gov and did it. That was just some of them friends up in Hollywood buddying with their other buddies, offering through them platforms of doing it. So that's where that was coming from. So they've tried until a lot of different taxpayer organizations kind of fought it, because you still can do that because there's still some kind of partnership with doing it. But again, technology, and it's coming. And me being an accountant, again, we in the day and age of artificial intelligence and everything like that. Come on, man, my days are numbered. My days are numbered with
when
that.
you talk to Siri, say, Siri, add this up.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do.
Alexa,
Yeah.
what's the variable of 77?
There you go. And so I think you have to be always put yourself, regardless of what you're doing, if you're trying to be an entrepreneur or whatever you're doing, you got to always add another tool to the toolkit where you can evolve yourself. I really do truly believe, and it's not a bad way, the days of going work 20 years and retiring, I mean, they far and few between. You may, from a government standpoint or something like that, doing it, but it's hard to get that because.
Well, even that, 'cause they a lot of them are contractors.
Well, I'm just saying maybe even sometimes, just some things, they're going to fall few between, because there are so many things from a technological standpoint that machines and computers are doing. It's not needed. I mean, basic warehousing and stuff like that. I mean, it's a matter of time. You're only going to have one person where you damn near probably have 50 people. And that one person more a tech person to make sure the machines don't fall off. You and the onus of you is always going to be on, put yourself in a position where you'll always be useful. Guys, I want you guys to make sure you go to the video I did, and I reposted a lot. The world will always need two things, and I really mean this. Google that video, go to the YouTube channel. The world always needs two things, and that's thinkers and fixers. The world will always need those two things, thinkers and fixers. People that create and people that can fix. If you can create something
And have somebody who can fix that.
and you have somebody that can repair and fix it, you'll always be needed. If you ain't nothing but a damn doer, you got to suffer the consequences. And there are consequences for being stagnant in life. Again, I ain't trying to be negative. You can pray on it, think on it, wish on it, hope on it, whatever, cry on it all you want. But the world's going to keep moving. The world's going to keep evolving. Things going to get better and faster.
Let me tell you something. The world is evolving when SpaceX is taking satellites up to space for NASA, paying them, oogoos of money to take stuff up to space. But the thing is, they have so technically advanced where they're not wasting stuff, that they send the rockets up and then bring the stuff that they used to throw away, fall off, they bring them back down and set them back and use them again. You get what I'm saying? The pod, the thrusters or whatever they are, they used to, when they used to go in space, they used to fall off and just fall wherever they
Land wherever they land.
Yeah. Now SpaceX has it where they fall off, but they come back down to the base and land.
And not to get off subject, but if I tell anybody, Google Elon Musk. That's probably one of the greatest minds, God ever put on earth. And when you look at him and his brother's story, and I remember just reading why they were when they first started, him and his brother was renting a room. I think they were paying maybe like so much a week, and they were going down to the YMCA, taking baths and eating and all that, how they were just living in a room, and they were just coding and making. Man, yeah, and that, the PayPal, the SpaceX, Tesla, that the solar panels, the battery. I mean, that whole battery system, how they got that stuff with man, that
almost every house have a battery system.
my God, and everything, man. Those, and I think his brother's deep in the farming now and everything stuff too with those restaurants. Man, those are the kind of things. Even with that said, if you have a child that you want to say, man, he is weird, boy, stop, or girl, stop thinking like that. Let them be. Let them be. Let them be. Let them be. Because that's a perfect example of somebody just
stifling your child's mind.
Exactly.
Right.
Because really, I remember a story of Tony Hawk, the skateboarder, and he said something that really stuck with me, and I heard him say it early in parenthood. My oldest son's 25, and he was probably about 10 or 11 then when I heard Tony Hawk talking about his father, and he said his dad. They had been working in corporate America all the years. All his buddies were laughing at his dad, saying, "Why in the hell you letting your damn grown son, your son, drop out of college, not go the college route and skateboard?" And his dad like, "Well, man, he happy. Yeah, he said I had a close relationship with my daddy. My daddy didn't understand what the hell I was doing, but he knew I loved it." And the thing about it, you're talking about at that point, Tony Hawk was worth $50 million just off his damn skateboards and all their whole games and stuff. But that's just a classic example of, like you said, don't stifle your child's creativity, imagination, because, again, we can get so stuck on, girl, you need to do this, boy, you need to be this and do that and stuff, and we take it away from them and everything. And I've struggled that personally, even that with my children. My son, he does the barbering, the hair. Now, he's all over the damn place because he's wanting to do robotics and all kind of stuff. But I've never tried to stop him. I always try to kind of keep him in bounds. Well, you want to do this and do that. But that's one of the things I kind of struggle in. Well, hey, man, why don't you do this? I ain't interested in that. Like, okay. But I have to wrestle with that myself. So I'm not just giving out some advice that I haven't found challenging, whatever. Because a lot of times we speak to our kids out of fear, but we also speak to them out of experience, too.
Right. And we also speak to them out of the fact that we want them to succeed where we didn't. So we try to, we try to get them to, like you said, we've experienced those things, so we try to guide them away from that path. And sometimes you just gotta let them be. Yeah.
And what I want to do, well, first of all, again, this is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We're at Project 4,000 for the month of July, trying to get 4,000 subscribers. So make sure, so make sure you go to the YouTube channel and do that. Go to the Facebook page, Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden, like the Facebook page. Or follow me on Instagram at Deonte_77. I totally damn forgot what my IG tag was last week. But Deonte_77. Follow me on IG. Hell, I got 8,000 followers on IG.
You do?
Yeah. I'm sitting there like, okay. I didn't want to hear what a short man got to say. But what I do want to throw at everybody is, in terms of, just when we start thinking about thinking outside the box, this is just something practical, what I want everybody to kind of keep in mind. Basically, it may sound silly, but it's true. There are several ways to skin a cat. It's an old phrase, we're doing it, but a lot of times people look at it, okay, this is what I'm used to doing, this is the best way to do it, but it's not the best way, it's just a way and everything. So with that said, the first thing I want people to just kind of look at that, so many of us look at the way we do things is the best possible way of doing it. But you got to think about it. Sometimes we really can be limiting ourselves by not being open-minded and learning or thinking about or even listening to other ways to doing stuff. We always go to work the same path, the same way, and we think, well, this is quicker and everything. And sometimes we get defensive when somebody else suggests, hey, man, why don't you get off of this exit and go on that street? No, hell no, this is the best way. I've been doing it 20. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. This is why I do it. And not even embracing it possibly could be. Just get defensive with doing it. And you kind of limit yourself to a lot of opportunities and everything by not just trying something different. Yeah, you got to change, but just give it a try, and everything. Also, you see industries and different businesses, people too, pass on a lot of opportunities because of things they are ignorant on. You hear it all the time, even with artists and producers, man. Who's that one guy you missed out on? Yeah, man, that dude there, he was weird and he was doing this and I ain't want to do it. Next thing you know, they got platinum records and stuff like that, certain different things and stuff. You see that with certain athletes or certain things. People skipped on them in the draft because a person didn't necessarily meet their particular criteria. And
We get that on the technological thing. When Kodak had the first digital camera, and they didn't force it. It's like film gonna always be around.
oh Lord, is Kodak still open?
No, well, they make paper.
They're doing something else, yeah, but
do.
it just
they had invented the first digital camera
Yeah.
with no film, and they didn't push it because they said, well, people are always gonna use film, so they sold that to, I forget who they sold that to. It was a small camera, come like the PPX 300 or something like that, and they came out with the first digital camera.
And what was that? IBM Lego when was that Jobson got
Yeah.
the personal computers from IBM.
Yeah,
It was
he let
just
them come in and see everything.
yeah.
He let Charles come in and look at everything they had going on. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Listen, being again, we talk about missed opportunities and everything. You feeling your way is the best way and stuff. You miss out on a whole lot of stuff, and we don't. I'm one of the biggest proponents of not dwelling on things that didn't happen. I should have bought that stock. I should have sold this. I should have bought. Don't worry about that. But when you do it because of your closed-minded, narrow-mindedness and stuff like that, yeah, you do need a foot in your butt. You don't have to listen to everybody. You know what you can and can't do as far as taking on new tasks, new opportunities. But again, don't just be closed-minded because you just don't like the way something sounds or way it looks or whatever, or who it's coming from, and everything. Like I said, again, we don't want to be limiting ourselves with certain things. And another thing, too, that I think that kills a lot of folks is that slow responsiveness. That slow responsiveness of a lot of businesses because they didn't take advantage of certain things. They're doing it. I mean, holler at Kmart, holler at JCPenney, Riches, all them other places and stuff. You let some little folks out of Arkansas take your ass right off the damn map. Come on now.
Yeah.
Let them take you right off the map.
And they a little slow because they letting Amazon take them off the map.
Hey, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. Because again, what it is, everybody feel like they got that suit of armor. That classic case. You can't take my girl, or that woman sit up in the chair. You can't take my man. I know what I do to him. Well, she might do some stuff you just didn't think about.
She might have thought outside the box.
Yeah, I thought outside the box. She came in there with her whole Ringling Brothers trapeze act. Did a 360 somersault about What did in Harlem Nights? Hey man, put your mom on the phone, baby. Ain't coming back. No, I got a circus girl just came to the house. No, hell no. No, you cannot do what she just did. This move is not on YouTube. Thinking outside the box again. That slow responsiveness has killed a lot of companies because people have not been able to evolve and adjust to it. And it was times they probably could have embraced some changes. Doing it.
I could think of a lot. Chevy, when they had that first electric car before Tesla even came out, how they killed it because they was in cahoots with the gas, the gas lobby and stuff. They killed that. They said that was a good car. Like, that was a very good electric car.
Yeah.
They killed it.
Well, the thing of it is just that, again, we start talking about those people that think outside the box. Again, we highlighting those creative thinkers. Again, with the people that just don't go with the status quo.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can kind of think that way, that's when you have, people, you have food trucks around for God knows when, but to be pushing them and stuff like that. Now we done got away from brick and mortar. I'm going to share this with you, man, and it's just some old game. I had a client that came to me one time. They wanted there's been more than one client. They want to have a bakery. Mm-hmm. And I'm still stuck on this. Unless you just get this incredible deal or whatever. I'm not big on bakery in retail spaces. I'm more so get you a kiosk, a stand, a food truck, and do that because, again, I just can't see you, the amount you get in flour enough to be able to do that to cover costs to make a profit. And I just can't see that. Now, again, if you can get you a food deal, I think the brother got a place out there in East Point where everybody loves his cheesecakes again. But if you see that place, you understand. Okay. Again, you're like, okay, now, yeah, this is about like a $30,000 building that really, if the wolf comes over and huff and puff, well, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Right.
Okay. He just huffing and puff away. But he's been able to do that because, again, but you turn around, you want this nice spot in the mall or whatever. And I was just adamant, man, I can't see. I wasn't saying it couldn't be a bakery. I just can't see that. Even with these people selling these cupcakes, I know they in business, but again, you're talking to an accountant. I just can't see them making that kind of money.
The problem becomes, and you're right. The problem becomes is when you have so much overhead, and most of your, and 80% of your overhead is your rent. That's the problem.
And again, you start talking about some stuff you still can't be. You're not selling something. Like if you're making custom cakes and all that kind of stuff, if you're doing that, hey, you might well do it at your house. But again, you start talking about paying retail space for doing that. That's tough.
And I have a friend that does that, makes cheesecakes out of her house.
Out of house.
And she makes a killing doing it.
Well,
she retired and everything.
Well, that's the thing. But I can see it done. But I think you could.
And
Well,
she has a custom kitchen built in her house.
Well, that's awesome. But if you even want to expand on that, I thought the cheapest thing, go get your little kiosk in the mall. Mm-hmm. That would have been more better to me to do that. Where actually you probably could charge a little bit of money, but you're not tied into that mall overhead with doing it. And I thought I gave some great advice, but I remember I got. It was one of the moments, boy. Deonte got some bad, violent words towards me. I was like, nah, I can't see it. I just
can't see my vision.
Nah. And again, guys, we're talking about thinking outside the box, seeing the impossible being possible. And that's been the premise for tonight's show. Again, some of the pros even thinking outside the box. You're able to generate all kind of fresh ideas and stuff like that people aren't normally able to do it. Some you can bring to fruition, some you can't. But at least you're just thinking. You use that medulla oblongata for some positive stuff, trying to get ideas and stuff like that. And don't be afraid of people looking at you or ridiculing you. You got to get over that fear of being tied down with a status quo of this is how things should get done or whatever and everything like that. Because again, it's a reason why, a lot of these, you have some of these stores that are selling clothes, but you got a lot of folks that are making millions of dollars drop shipping, online retail stores. You got these damn artists making all kind of money online that ain't got no kind of damn record deal, that they making stuff off digital sales and downloads because of what, you look at them years ago, maybe 15 years ago, Chuck D was pushing all that kind of stuff, and people looking at it like, man, he talking about some online downloads, and I remember when he was really pushing that kind of stuff as a mechanism of empowering artists to do it. But now you look at it like, again, now of course you don't have the machine that a record label have, but now we ask you the question, do I want it? Do I need it?
But technically you do. Because social media becomes the machine that pushes your arts anyway, and if you push it hard enough, it'll be seen and heard eventually.
Well, the reason why I say that is because, again, you're absolutely right, and you have access to the same people that a record label have. The issue comes up is the upfront capital that you have. Mm-hmm. Again, now if you want to invest in yourself, because it's a classic example of you can finish the race the label can finish the race in 10 seconds. Well, I may be able to finish it up in 12, 13, maybe 15. Or if I finish it in 20, I finished it, but it was under my terms. So if you're realistic with that, now we're not talking about an established artist. We're talking about you growing and stuff like that. You still can finish it. You're just going to maybe be at maybe a slower pace. But going to that kind of point of, we're talking about innovation technology, people taking advantage of it. The key thing with that is probably what the next point I want to make, just stay focused on your goal. Stay focused on the goal. When you're thinking of some stuff that people think crazy, that people think is ridiculous, stay focused on the goal, because you know what? It's not about what Poochie think or the world think. It's really how you see certain things. And one thing I do want to leave everybody with is that when you start creating and all kind of stuff, your ideas can explode and do all kind of stuff. Do all kind of things that can create different things for people, for their living and all of that kind of stuff, enhance the way businesses operate, quality of life and all kind of stuff. And innovation is rewarded. That's the basis of that. You're rewarded for having that. So now people can actually find a whole husband or wife on the other side of the world with one click.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, man. Y'all see the commercial with Match.com?
Christian Mingle?
Yeah, there you go. Come on now. You get to sit in your drawers and find the woman of your dreams. The woman of your
And
dreams.
send her pictures of somebody, your brother who look better than you.
Yeah, well, hell, you might put that picture, your prom picture, and she do the same. But y'all went to the club and everything. I mean, and you know what? The funny thing about it, business like that are exploding during the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and everything that exploding and stuff like that. What, they doing virtual dating? Too bad they got rid of Craigslist. People can just do the little quick hookups and all that.
Craigslist now?
Well, nah, I'm talking about all not you want talking about the whole sex trade back page and all that.
Back page.
Who was that bold man? that was a creative thinker.
Right.
Hey, look, we're gonna put this stuff here, but you just get.
And we gonna call it back.
We'll call it back page. Had all your uncles getting a little 21-year-old. Help uncle out and help her out with a rent. Real quick.
Let me ask you a real question before we go.
Talk to
There's
me.
a company called DTSS.us. You ever heard of them?
DTS.us. Not off the top of my head.
It says you have to go and look at it. It's like that discharge. Rika had brought it up. She said she wanted to know if you had heard about it. It's like automated document creation, complete freedom from tens of millions of victimless crimes, debt discharge, freedom education, so sex education, earn great money, member care. So that's what that's about.
I never heard of them. Somebody was asking about it. I'll look into it. Somebody in the chat was asking about it.
Yeah.
Nah. Were they looking for information or
Yes,
or it was something that was...
Like if it's something that you've heard about, what you think about it, right?
No. I haven't heard about it. That doesn't mean it's not a good company because I haven't heard about it. But I will say, as always, when we're talking about just take critical thinking or creative thinking out of the equation, just thinking, do the proper research, gather as much information, gather information that's not necessarily what you want to hear, gather all the information what we say to be facts that you can't dispute, and you try to make an informed decision about it. Right now, the great part about right now, we got the whole world at our fingertips. The bad part, we got the whole world at our fingertips. Yeah. So many things are happening right now, or they're accessible to us that were never accessible to us before. We're able to do a lot of great things. All have some bad things. Just the whole point we talking about cash out. People getting cash out frauds all the time. Because the only thing you need right now is what? Your logo, website, and when I see the fraud company and the legitimate company, they look the same. The fraud company looks better from an optic standpoint. And again, you just get, maybe get taken advantage of.
They will not give you money.
Well, absolutely not. And that's the thing about it. So that's why you still have to do your due diligence with everything. But I don't want to scare anybody to do that. But again, that's why I'm always pushing thinking and doing research and making informed decisions. But guys, I really want you guys thinking outside the box. So a lot of you people that have, you kind of going through at a crossroads with your job. You done got that PPP and that idle money. You don't know what to do. And you think about making, over the table or under the table entertainment. These are some of the companies I've started over. I didn't start them, but these like past customers of mine. It's supposed to be like over the table LLC, in the gutter, in the water.
What? In the gutter.
Yeah, there's a lot of them dope boys. Them dope boy LLC. Those were some majestic early days. We were making them companies. Okay.
In the gutter.
Yeah, in the gutter. Knife in your gut entertainment. God, y'all. Brother, hey. There's a lot of them dope boys trying to get reformed and everything like that.
Trying to go straight.
Hey, D, can you hook this up for me and everything? We were doing it. We were like, whoa, this is different. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
You know what's up.
Off the rip.
Nicks and Dimes production.
Yeah. No idea of some of the business I've helped people start and everything, but it's a good thing because I'm always pushing entrepreneurship. I'm always pushing personal development and everything. So again, guys, just kind of keep thinking with that because again, the show wasn't kind of knocking anybody, people that do anything. We talking about the status quo because definitely like Summer Salon on them. And I know there's a lot of people out here making money doing landscaping and doing the pressure washing and stuff like that. But there are also a lot of other ways to make money that you may think is crazy. So don't be afraid of being called crazy or or dumb or stupid or whatever, just instead of worry about answering they why, hit them back with the why not. But make it a reasonable why not where you've done some information on it. Because again, you talk about, a brother that's got, selling, retailing female cosmetics. That's a whole niche of doing it.
Right.
I don't know how you're going to hit it with it, but you can do it.
Right.
I mean, but again, you got, I seen some man, God, I hate, there's a young lady went to school with me. It's a female security company.
All females.
Yeah, all females. And they ain't really, I want to be politically correct. They kind of look. They fit them uniforms pretty good. That pistol kind of poking on that hip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes make you kind of want to start a little trouble.
Right.
But again, that's kind of thinking outside the box,
Right.
And everything like that and everything. I think they had pink uniforms.
Oh, really?
And everything like that, and I thought that was pretty clever.
Yeah.
And everything. So again, and you get rewarded for doing that. So I just want people to kind of get those, those juices flowing and everything, and don't be so stuck on what you think is a way. Just like, hey, why not? And everything and stuff like that. But give it a good effort. That's the problem with a lot of people right now. And we're going into the closing phase of the show, but I just want to just hit people with this. Too many people want to start a business, and we go back to that video I did before, and you guys can look it up. You cannot have the security of a job and still want the freedom of an entrepreneur. You got to figure out where you want to have that. So if you want to start that side business or do another career move and stuff like that, give it an honest try. It's going to be hard. I mean, success ain't easy. Success ain't easy. And it's, this going if you doing your thing or you actually, going to work every day. You can't think because I did this, I got my master's out of habit. I started a business and my family won't support me. They just don't want you. They support you, just don't want that ugly shirt. They don't want it.
Right. That's it.
But someone does.
They don't want that Gordon Gartrell.
They don't. You're a fool. You're a fool with it. But someone does. Because I can tell you right now, that damn Yeezy line, where he's selling some damn burlaps, slavery shit. That was only for the mind of Kanye.
Right.
Strategically put the holes in.
Yeah, strategic. Yeah.
But it made him a billionaire, though.
Ain't one like the other.
You ain't know that, did you? It made him a billionaire, 1.3 billion.
Yeah, I know it made him a billionaire, but that's
Right.
the thing about it. But that's the thing about it. Kanye, I think a lot of it had to do with his celebrity, but at the end of the day, he still had to put his money and time and sacrifice behind it. But again, that's a classic example of thinking outside the box.
Right.
And I think he don't really care about folk calling him crazy.
I don't think he
and I think he's
does.
admitted it a couple times his damn self. But those kind of things are what people were rewarded for just being different. And there's nothing wrong with being different, especially if you believe in yourself, because that's what a lot of times people just get out of, believing in themselves. And they want so many people to co-sign on this and do that and everything like that. But now, man, when you go to that bank, you're going to go to that bank by yourself.
Right.
And everything. And I always remember when I first started my tax business, a cat said, niggas always want to do taxes. Now, I didn't know nobody else doing taxes. Niggas always want to do tax. I remember like it was yesterday.
Right.
And everything. And I used to get that. A lot of my family friends didn't come to me. And I was doing it. Well, man, I'm talking about I was going to WAOK, going down there, doing the little tax hour, going on my lunch break. Was that at Collins Square? Yeah, it was at Collins Square. And yeah, I've been there. I was going down there doing that, free tax advice, grinding, doing it out of and doing taxes out of my kitchen / what do you call it? Great room.
Great room.
Was the living room / the dining room?
Yeah, the great room.
That's a starter home talk. People come from the radio station, coming in my great room.
Coming to my office.
And, hey, listen. I ain't think nothing of it.
That right?
I ain't think nothing of it.
Right.
They walk in my house like looking at each other, whatever. I ain't think nothing of it. Hey, own it, lab. Got to that point, you don't want folk coming to the house, but that was the kind of vision I had, and it didn't matter. Folk like, man, you doing out your house? I didn't care.
Right.
I didn't care, man. I really did not care. I didn't give a damn. And, man, just doing that and pushing it and not, man, I just know. That's why I'm not speaking out of just, me talking. I know how I done grind and ain't cared about what people said and everything like that. And you get rewarded for it. You get rewarded for it and everything. I just want to give that person a chance to everybody. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid. Be more afraid of not trying. And you see somebody who took what you thought was your original idea and made millions. Made millions of dollars doing it and everything. Look at them babies out there on the exit making all that money. And people don't sit there and think. You talk about an exit, obviously when any exit, you talk about maybe 3,000 to 5,000 people a day. Doing it. Look what kind of potential they can make a day.
20%.
Oh man, and that's unfortunate. And they gonna get theirs one day. But just that whole thing about it, how that to be looking like, okay, people looking down at you, they out there selling water, and they can probably pay your bills in a week.
Right.
And that people ain't thinking about it. You have thousands of people that come to an exit a day. Thousands of people that come to an exit a day. 10% of that, and you selling for a dollar.
So you think about it, you get 5,000 people and you sat there in 8 hours, and you 5,000 people and you get 10-20%. That's $1,000.
I seen a young boy making more than that. I seen a young boy, his daddy was helping him push it. I seen him making more than that. I seen him making it.
That's seen him making it.
Hey, I seen a young man making more than that. That's what I'm saying, man. If you hit it and you believe in yourself, don't worry about nobody else getting you no pat on the back and all that kind of stuff. Man, I passed that damn plateau a long time ago.
Right.
And everything. I know my family love me, but to sit here and are they gonna sit here and just break their neck and do taxes with me now? And I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn and stuff like that. My kids sitting there looking like, oh, Daddy, you still doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we know what that daddy money too. Daddy money too. Get your ass out there and do some taxes.
Right.
And everything. But that's just going to believe in yourself, and far too often people are missing the boat with that. So I really just want to pose that to everyone. I hope I kind of gave everybody some kind of motivation. So, because that little idea of you like, hey man, I'm going to make some Christmas cards and stuff like that. Just even thinking before I even close up, one of those big changing moments in my life back when I was in undergrad, where I told you about the white lady and the mahogany cards.
Okay, yeah.
And everybody goes in Hallmark. They go buy those mahogany cards. And that white lady she seen a market. She got some black writers and poets, some black artists, got a contract with Hallmark, and then you have mahogany cards. And people just go there and go buy them, and then she expanded to Hispanic markets, Asian markets, and I was just thinking outside the box.
Right.
Thinking outside the box. Because that's why, Deonte and DJ Lab, why we can't go get an Irish pub?
Right.
Why we can't get a Mexican cantina? Now, we need to make sure our behinds ain't in there. Trying to fluff and puff with a sombrero on.
Right.
We get us a whole Hispanic staff. Yeah. When I go to any soul food place on the west side, it's a whole Asian staff.
Right.
Where the hell they get they soul from? When the last time you went into a New Orleans seafood place and the whole damn staff went for Korea? Huh?
Right.
You don't need They just figured out, hey, we just got to boil and put some more Old Bay seasoning on it.
And call it Cajun.
And come on now. What we got going on now? Because, black folks, we ain't been the most innovative. Somebody just came and said, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get some crab, put some seasoning, put it in a damn bag, add some butter, and dump a lot of garlic in it, and now we got juicy crab. Crab, a bag, butter, and we're going to microwave it. And charge $30. These Negroes don't know. And now they got their buttery crab in a bag and charge it $30. I make folks feel silly when I say shit like that. Come on now. Oh, make hey, but you got to do it. You got to do it. Come on now. And I see these folks putting crab in a bag with butter and Old Bay seasoning and charging $30. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just don't necessarily buy it. I can't find a concept. I go if we going, but to sit here and do it like no. But I'm just saying, they're rewarded for just thinking like that.
Right.
As practical as I probably make it seem all messed up, but it's the truth.
Look, my son, he feel like you feel. When they put one in Douglas bed, he's just like, Mom, we gotta go.
Well, it's a different concept, but that's why I say, and it's not nothing original. It's not original. I mean, everything. It's just what they brought it to market. They commercialized it, and they took advantage of it. And what they did, they franchised it.
And then Kroger started getting them $5 off coupons. That did.
Come on now.
That did.
Take advantage of it. Do not feel like anything in your mind is stupid. And if somebody feel it's stupid to them, it's just stupid to them, and don't worry about it. I don't care if that's your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your girl, your mama, daddy. It's not for them to see. It's for you to believe.
Right.
It's not for them. You got to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. And if they don't never come around, that's on them. That's on them. And please, please, please don't stop believing in yourself. Hey, listen, guys, this is Change the Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Hope tonight's show helped you out. Well, again, we talked about thinking outside the box, making the impossible possible. Hope we helped you guys tonight. I love you guys. Make sure you go to Go to Change the Life, hosted by yours truly. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. Same thing with Mr. Short Dollar. Subscribe to YouTube page. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Go to the Facebook page. Follow me on IG at Deonte_77. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for this great, awesome tax season. Hey, listen. Hey, your boy did well. You see how big my gap done came out and everything like that. Woo-woo. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate you guys. Love you and see you guys next week. Take care.